All right, now we're going to talk about this interquartile range. This kind of helps us figure out what pieces of information are considered outliers. Sometimes we can talk about them, but it's hard to know what exactly they are. So the first thing I'm going to do is I just have this here. You don't need to have this on that just tells you what each one is. The interquartile range, if you just go IQR, what it is it's the range between your Q3 and your Q1. So you go Q3 minus Q1. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit equals, click on the Q3, minus, click on the Q1, and enter. So that is your range of numbers in that interquartile range. So in your box and whisker plot, that would be your box part of that range of numbers. Okay, so for your lower bound, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Q1 minus 1.5 times the IQR. So, because this is telling us about 1.5 times whatever that range is. It will tell us that lower number. So anything lower than this number will be considered an outlier on the bottom part. So I'm going to go equals. I'm going to take Q1. I'm going to go minus. I'm going to put a parenthesis here just to make sure that we multiply correctly. I'm going to go 1.5. Then times, if you go shift and then 8, shift 8 will put that little star in there. And then times the IQR, you can come up here and you can just click on the IQR. And then hit enter. Actually, if you close a parenthesis, it might help. Then enter. So that means that anything that is lower than 7.41. So I do not have anything lower than 7.41. Let's say I did. Let's see what this does if I change this. So if you don't have a lower bound, just put no bound. But I'm going to try to change this. Obviously, don't just make up information. If I change this to a 4, that's going to adjust some of this other stuff. Okay, so 4.29, maybe I'll signify this as a yellow. So that means that this, since it's lower than 7.41, that would be a lower bound. So that would be considered an outlier for that. My upper bound, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take the Q3 equals my Q3 plus 1.5. I'm going to put a parenthesis in there. 1.5 times shift 8 again, times my IQR, interquartile range, boom, close parenthesis, enter. So anything higher than 50.1, let's make it, I don't know, like a light blue maybe. 50.01, I'm going to scroll down. Looks like I've got 3 here. Boom. So I can select all these actually. So if you have any, it might be nice just to see what those colors are. Those would be considered your outliers then for each one. Those are your outliers.